And okay, I always do this every time we go live. I just go, and we're live. I have not exactly sure how to do it anymore and how to introduce when we go live. But hi, everybody that is here, and welcome to another live stream session. And I'm here with Hazel, who is actually a fellow AWS community builder, but also the founder of the AWS User Group in Guatemala. And on top of that, she has her whole entire tech journey being an amazing woman in tech. All right. So some of you guys, I feel I will let you know there is a giveaway at the end of this, and I'm going to actually keep the giveaway a little open a little bit longer because uh, time zones. In case any of you guys are in the U.S., last Sunday we changed our time, and I didn't really actually realize that that was going to happen. So. Uh, 2 p.m. CST, EST wasn't exactly the right time because I forgot that daylight saving time happened. So I hopefully, that's the good thing about live streams is they're recorded so that we can continue watching that. So I know that was a little bit of a squirrel moment, but really honestly, I am so happy that Hazel's here and she was able to handle the little snafu with our scheduling. But uh, she is obviously really gracious to handle that. And I mean, thank you again, Hazel, for being here. And without really any further ado, could you actually highlight more on your amazing accomplishments that you've had in your tech journey?
Sure. Thanks, John, for the invitation. I was really happy when you contacted me for we can have this session and everything. So it was really, really good. Thank you about that. And yeah, well, who I am. Well, I have a little experience in the IT world. I have like around 20 years in different roles for all the time. I started even building like on premise application and everything. I was a developer, and with the time, well, I became a solution architect. Now I am a solution architect in Cognits, that is an international enterprise, and we build cloud application for our customers. So beside that, I am a community builder, as you mentioned, and I also the founder for the user group of Guatemala. A funny stuff happened for the user group from Guatemala is that it actually exists before my cloud journey, but uh, when I started, it wasn't there anymore. So I was pretty sad because I want to have like all the bonding and everything, and it doesn't exist anymore. So for as part of that, I was looking for a community and find a sister community in Chile. It is not. It doesn't even near Guatemala, but I went there anyway, and they accept me. So that was that was really great uh, for that. And after that, I became uh, active the user group from Guatemala and everything. We have like around 3 4 months that we are starting creating content again and sharing knowledge and participating in events and everything. Last week we went on the Women Summit for that was located in Bogota. As part of all the Latin communities for girls, so it was really fun and exciting to see how much women are involved now in the tech world because I have so much time doing in this area. I found like a little lonely trip because it doesn't have a lot that a lot of women in there. It was in tech, and to see an event like that, it was really amazing because we are more each day and each day. And thanks for this community, the knowledge is getting farther and farther away. So it is pretty exciting about that. So I started my cloud journey around like let's see 3 years ago, and like I was mentioning, when I started, I only want to see, oh, there's something like called cloud. I want to learn it. I started to study. I want to get one certification. And but it was all like I said, everything It was so lonely because I don't have like a study group. I don't have anyone to ask questions. So I went online and I started study through the pandemic, right? So I have some time in there. So I try to learn a lot. I buy a course and everything, but it wasn't the same as belong to someone who actually is doing the same journey than you are, right? So uh, I started like 2 years ago. Now I already have two certifications for AWS. I'm studying for the next one. Uh, I always study,
What's the
but
next one? What's the next one?
uh, I had some mixed feelings about that. I want to have the architect professional certification,
Oh,
but uh, I think I have to study a lot more to get that. So I already have the associate level. So I'm going to get first one, the developer associate,
oh, nice.
and then I will try to get the professional.
Okay.
Following the advice of the the girls of the community said, "Oh, okay, you are really ambitious, but go a little more step by step, right?" So, and now I have on my calendar to get the developer
Nice.
as lead. So let's hope I pass. So, and basically that's my cloud journey. Uh, I have uh, mentioned the help that I get from the communities, and something that I was like pretty exciting in this trip that I have is that a lot of them came to me and asked me about uh, how they can be a part of our community or actually create a community. Because on my experience, I, like I said, I was pretty lonely, but that doesn't have to happen to everyone. If the girl for Chile doesn't uh, say welcome to me and accept me there, I will study alone in the corner like I used to be. But they show me what the power of community is. So with that exploration, I restart the user group from Guatemala. And what we're trying to do in there is basically sharing our knowledge and help it out between them. Ask question about it because sometimes when you actually are creating something in the cloud, basically everybody happened that okay, I saw a video about that, but I don't actually know how to apply it. I have so many questions. So that's the community for. You can go ask a specific question, and for sure someone is gonna let you uh, get a hand on you and help you there. And even I belong to some groups in WhatsApp, then they have a problem and they open a call and they jump with you and try to show you actually how can you do it. So that is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and that's actually really what's important in general with actually I'm going to tie into learning in public, building in public, but having those communities that you can work with and partner with each other. Because I mean, not only does it help you learn, and especially like for me, for example, trying to like understand subnets and knackles. I'm like over here, I'm like, oh God, I don't know. But talking to someone and talking it out really helps you a lot. And actually being on the other side and being the person that is helping someone understand those tools also grows you because teaching something is really different than learning it, and it actually makes you learn it better. So the community only grows stronger by everybody being part of it.
That's right. Yeah, and that's the magic when you became a speaker. When you lose the afraid to speak in an audience and say, okay, I can do this, and you can start talking about a topic and answer the questions about the attendance and everything, that's really, really important because you said you actually grow and you can share that knowledge to a different audience more easily and you can learn from all the different experience that you are facing it, right? So that is pretty amazing. Another question that I receive is like, do I have to be a community builder for I can actually found a user group? And the answer of that is no. You don't have to be a community builder. Or do I need to have uh, how many certification for AWS do I need to have to actually can start a user group or actually to belong to a community? And the answer is you don't have to have anything. You only have to the only thing that you need to have is like, I want to learn, I want to be involved, I want to be part of something. And with that desire, you can go to a community, and for sure they will gonna help you to get where you want to get,
Yes.
because you're gonna
And,
get. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I just want to echo that. You do not need a certificate. You do not need a certificate to be part of your community. I did not get my first certificate until this year because I've never cared about
Really?
certificates. Yeah. But I happen to work at a company that wants me to have cloud certificates now, so I have to do it. Um, but I've never cared about certificates because honestly, you can show your knowledge by other ways, right?
Yeah,
By learning. And but the thing is that everybody has a different point in their journey. So you coming into a community at the beginning of your journey is not a bad thing. Everybody starts differently. And as long as you have the desire to learn, which is right. Sorry for, I got excited.
yeah, no, for sure. It is basically just say it. Everyone is in a different point of the journey, and for sure gonna be someone is gonna know more than you, and gonna be someone gonna be know less than you, but not for that we cannot all grow together.
Yes.
And that's important because in the communities we have study groups. Sometimes we have only one question, or even you want to get more involved in the activities of the community. That's great, because you're going to learn from the other ones. They are actually have more experience than you, and that experience is, if you want to learn it by yourself you can do it, but it's going to take more time. Basically it is, it's going to take a lot of time for you can actually have lesson learned and apply it different way and everything. But in the community you already have all the knowledge from all the members, so that's give you a lot of power, and it's going to definitely help you to get what you want to get there, right? To build what you want, what you need to build in the best way, right? So uh, another question that I receive is basically, what do you need if you, let's say, you already are in your cloud journey, and you already are part of one community, but it's nothing near about where you're located. That happened to me. There was nothing near about in my city and anything. So how can you be the one change that? Let's say you want to have something like, I already, I mean, I'm part of a community, I am growing, but I want to, in my community, I should grow with growth with me. If you have that desire, that's something that you can accomplish. And how can you do it? Well, the first step I already mentioned, go in a community and see how they work, because it is really amazing. See how they communicate, how they coordinate everything, and how actually make that the thing happen. So that's really amazing. But not only get there, don't only be a part of our community. Let's get involved, get your hands dirty, and start doing things for the community. Become a speaker, go to events, and try to networking and know a lot of people. After you get there, you can actually get the contacts to actually can create your own user group. I will let you uh, an email in here if you are in that place that you already have the experience, you know what is a community is, and you want to start right away a community in your city. You can do it. Only write that to that email. Say what you want to do, where are you located, and for sure you're going to get the help you need.
So I put it in the chat for anybody who really wants to start
Great.
their community, the email for reaching out. Um, and then on top of it, I guess, how would you find out if you have, I cannot talk. How can you find out if you can, where I can find an AWS community?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because maybe I say I want to find one in my city and it's already exists one of them. So in the website of AWS, it is a link. If you only type in Google communities, or if you go to that link that you just put it in the chat box, you will see the whole map of the world, and in there you can find all the communities that is all over the place. You can try to find the newest one. You can go there and you can see all the events that they are creating. So if you go there, you're going to see this one. It wasn't that foolish. So that's something good, because you only go to need one place and you will find all the events that is happening, and you can start attend online, or even if it is some place you can actually can go, even if you don't have experience to go to a previous one, you can just go introduce yourself, and you're welcome to see, to learn, and share everything that you need to share.
Definitely, like, go there, go and experience what the community is like. Um, it doesn't hurt to put yourself out there. I sometimes we create barriers because we're afraid of what people may think, but no one's going to think anything other than the fact that you're someone who wants to be part of the community. And
Yeah.
anybody that thinks otherwise, that's their problem. You don't know what other people think. So
Yeah,
but
and you can.
go there, become part of a community. You will be opened up. It's really great to see other ideas, other ways that people think. Um, it's also something that I mentioned when I tweeted about this event is that um, opportunities opportunities come to those who go out and network. All right. So you go out there and you create a network and you have actual connections with others. And that's where how you're able to get opportunities in your future. And an opportunity can be that you're looking for a job at some point. Maybe you're not looking for a job right now, but who knows what a year from now is, that maybe your company is not pushing you up enough and you want to do something. Well, you have these connections and you can go out there and find another job, or you're hiring people now and you want to hire people. Well, if your company focuses on AWS, well, the best area to find local talent is your AWS community, your local AWS user group. So and then if you make a startup, you're hustling and doing your startup, where are you going to find those potential customers? At your local AWS user group. So there's a lot of opportunities that come from creating a network.
Yeah, for sure. Go there, talk to each other, get involved, become a volunteer. When you're a volunteer, you have a different experience, like if you only go like an attendance. Why? Because you have the opportunity to interact to directly with the leaders, and to know how the community works each other. So that is something that is really important. More if you want to take that that user group into your local zone or into your city, that is really important. So yeah, and like you say, the connection is everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real connections are
yeah,
everything.
real connection, because I think maybe because we are in the post-pandemic time, it is become so important, because
Yes,
we felt so lonely for those periods of time, that now it's time to go start and going out, start actually meet people that for a long time period you only can do it like virtually, but now we actually can see the face of the person and say hi and try to really connect. That's really amazing.
It's harder to detach from a person that is physically in front of you, and that is human nature. I'm starting to get into the human psyche a little bit. I guess I should have
Yeah.
been a philosopher in my other life or something. But that part of making those physical connections is just as important as really making any connection that you have. And the challenge within a virtual world is that we have to mimic that physical connection to be able to connect better. So it's definitely worlds. There's worlds more that you get if you go to a physical event and you network with people versus sending a connection request on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Even the in the communities from Latin, I believe that it should exist in everywhere, everywhere out there. But from Latin, have like WhatsApp groups in there. So even if you cannot get into the on-site event, the communication that you have in those chats is really important.
Yes.
A reaction, a comment, a question. Try to solve a problem to somebody else. That helps a lot. Not only because you will learn actually to solve that problem if you don't know it, but it will give you the other person is going to receive the attention that he needs, the help that you need, and it's going to come from you. So that's really important. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I know that I have to travel to Orlando to meet you in person because it cannot be all like virtual, you know.
Or I got to go to Guatemala. I
You
mean,
have to come to
I wouldn't
Guatemala.
mind that.
Yeah, I was gonna
You can
show you the
listen to me speak
volcanoes.
my broken Spanish. Uh,
Yeah, but you need to practice, right? So yeah,
yes, definitely.
we're going to have an event in here. I'm going to invite you for you can travel here. Okay.
All right. I'll leave the kids behind with the husband.
Yeah, only for a few days. You
Yeah.
need some rest. You earn it.
Thinking about it, what advice would you give someone who's starting off in their cloud journey? Like maybe just one tidbit of advice you would like to give them?
Don't be afraid. So go in there. I know it's challenge. When you first open the console of AWS and say, I don't want to click and the wrong service because I don't want to be charged on anything that I don't have to pay. At least that's what I was thinking. So don't be afraid. Lo- Go take a smaller step, start reading. There are a lot of materials in there out there that you can find like a step-by-step guide, and you can go a little by little and try to apply everything. Sometimes in our work, on our daily work, you don't have the opportunity to actually apply everything, and that's okay. But in the AWS website, you can find actually like hands-on labs, and you can apply everything, and you can delete everything, and that's that's important. But you're not going to be charged for that, so that's really important, and you can do it without a fear. But you need to start, get your feet wet.
Yes.
You need to start to do that. Lose the fear.
Yes. On top of it, just this for some reason jogged my memory. If you are a student, you can sign up for an AWS Educate account, which gives you like a $50 credit that will keep you safe-ish. But it doesn't let you charge beyond that 50 in the AWS Educate accounts. So if just make sure to look that up as well. Just
Great.
I signed my students up for it when I taught cloud computing a long time ago. So that was a good reminder there. But yes, definitely go in there, play around, set up a budget. I have a $0 budget alarm. and I have
Yeah.
AWS credits and I still have a $0 budget alarm. I'm not spending any money in there.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I have it in $10, but I will lower down to zero.
when I get the email, because it goes to like 1 cent, I'm like, I'll never financially recover from this.
Yeah. No, but it is really good because you are aware that you're going to spend something. So
Mhm.
that's really helpful. And I didn't know about the credits. I'm going to
Oh
be
yes,
a student. That's
yeah, yes.
that's great. Thank you for sharing
And
that.
definitely like if professor wise, like if you're at a university and you have a teacher, that they can even request one, and then they can get a higher amount of credits if they request it and the university partners with AWS. So there's a lot of chances for it for learning that way.
Great.
I'm going to ask a little bit more questions. If anybody else wants to ask questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. But because it is Woman History Month, what you know what what do you think is what do you think like might be the biggest challenge for women in tech today?
Ooh, that's a hard one. But uh, I don't know. For me, it was finding a place because it is a men's world, all the IT world. We don't want to be like that, but it is. So sometimes it's hard to open the space and they are they can actually listen to you because you have so much knowledge, but it is difficult to win the place and the recognition in the work environments. So I think that's the biggest challenge. It is changing, thank God, but
Yes.
but it is still difficult. In some cases, uh, you miss the opportunities and everything only because you are a woman and your voice is not louder. So that's the biggest challenge. But the medicine to that is just if you don't listen enough, you just need to jail because when you tell about it and they're going to listen to you and eventually and don't give up. It is hard, it is a hard world up there, but you can actually uh, you will succeed if you don't give up.
Yes, definitely. Don't give up. Keep on fighting it, and don't change yourself feeling that you have to be a certain way to
Yeah.
to fit in. Because the most important thing, and this for anybody, not just a woman in tech, but anybody, be comfortable with who you are, because diversity in tech is what's going to create new ideas. What
Yeah.
creates, which will be your next question, what creates things like Chat GPT is having many ideas and many people that can think of different problems. And the way that we do that is by having more diversity in tech. So don't change yourself to match in with tech. We all have to learn how to blend and be one big diverse group of encouraging different thoughts.
Yeah.
So my next question to you, which I like asking this now because everybody has to bring it up, is Chat GPT going to take our jobs?
I don't think so, but it's a good ally. I use
It
it all
is
the
a good
time.
ally, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think so it's gonna actually do our work because uh, the technology is something that the humanity needs to use, and the humanity is changing all the time. They never know what they need, and they never know what they want. So uh, I think it's not a machine that actually can actually get there. We always going to need like the human interfacing in there,
Mhm.
but it is a good ally and you can use so many tools now that it will help you to go to do your work faster.
Yes. Yes. I agree 100% with you there. But it's a fun question to ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not Terminator.
Not yet anyways. And
Not
besides,
yet.
like, could AI handle, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the video, but the 7 red lines.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh,
I haven't saw that.
I'll have
You
to
need to
send it to
send me
you
that.
afterwards. But
Yeah.
if any of you guys that are familiar with the 7 red lines, I think the AI would actually blow up if it had to deal with a meeting like that. So, and we've all probably been in one of those meetings. So, uh,
Yeah.
Uh, Honestly, thank you so much, Hazel, for taking time out of your day to do this live session. Honestly, you've really highlighted a lot about AWS user groups, and also really, to me, actually inspired different ways on how I need to get better in getting involved in the AWS community. So, I mean, I'm inspired. So I hope everybody else that is watching this is inspired as well. She is amazing. And for those of you, the pinned in the chat is the link to the giveaway. And I'm going to leave it open a little bit longer because of the time issues that occurred. But I will leave a comment in this video for who won, and then I also am going to email you if you won. So there's going to be 2 winners, and you get the choice of any Udemy courses that are around $50 or less. You can have multiple courses, so don't worry about that. And you can wait for a sale so you can get more out of me. So don't worry.
Well, thanks, Yuan, for the invitation, and it was fun. Let's do it
Yes.
again sometime.
All right. Thank you, everybody.